His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So in this you can see that Jesus did not have any woolly hair. It was just white like wool, right? It was just white like wool. His hair was white, not wool, you know? And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Now let's see what burnt brass is in a furnace. Let's see what the color is of that. Brass burned in a furnace. So right now brass is being burnt in the furnace, and you can see it is white, right? So a lot of white people, they believe whatever I have told them right now, but whatever is said is actually not true. He's not white at all, and he doesn't have long hair, because that's a dishonor to yourself. Let me see this shit. Let me see. So Jesus did not have long hair. Let me see. 1 Corinthians 11:14. Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man has long hair, it is a dishonor to him? Why so? Because women are supposed to have long hair, you know. So it's a dishonor. So he never had long hair, man. That's a fake Jesus, man. That's Caesar Borgia, man. The Caesar Borgia. Now let me prove to you that Jesus is actually a black man. Not just any black man, but an Israelite African American. So let's start with let me see. Just get this shit. Oh yeah. Okay, so let me show you. His head and his hair were white like wool. So yeah, you can say that it is white, you know, but not woolly, you know. Let me prove this shit. I beheld till the thrones were cast down of ancient days, did sit, whose gown was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. So he says his hair was like literally wool, bro. His hair was literal wool, like literally. Now let's look why. His hair was like this, pure wool. Now what race of people has hair like this? Black people, right? You know, like afros and shit. You tight curls and shit like this. Now let's see what black people look like. It's the exact same. His hair was woolly and it was white, pure wool, man. There's no other way to say this, explain this scripture. Fire and his feet burning fire. Now let's see. So it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. It doesn't say. So let me find it. Fucking. So when I showed the video of brass being burnt in a furnace, it was actually not burnt. It was burning. It was while being burnt. You know, but it's not burnt. You have to take it out and cool it, and then it's burnt. Let me show you what burnt brass look like. So this is burnt brass, man. Brass, burnt brass. It makes sense, right? Let's see this shit. It makes sense, right? It's burnt brass. So he's black, bro. Okay, let's see. Built a throne, cast down his body. So here's another scripture. His body was also like beryl, and his face as the appearance of lighting, and his eyes a lamp of fire, and his arms and feet like in color to polished brass. Now what's brass? Bronze again. His arm and his feet, man. So it's like his whole body, bro, Polish brass, man. Let's see. Where's that? See, brass. Bible says Christ was the color of brass. Look, bro, it's the same color, man. It makes sense, right? So he is black. I'm gonna prove you more that he's even more black than black. Like he was dark skinned too. Like he was a black man, you know. And let me see, great multitude, yes. Okay. So here's more proof. Let me see. So we have proved this, and what's this? Yes. Okay. So this is Songs of Solomon, you know, and you know Solomon, right? He chased a lot of women, you know. So he says, "I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem." So he's talking to the daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me. Look not upon me. So he says, like, don't look bad at me because I'm black, you know. And why does he say that? Why does he say that? Because the sun have looked upon me. Because the sun had looked upon me. So he you know, he's dark-skinned, man, because he has been burned by the sun. Not literally burnt, you know, but let me show you this. Like this, man, a tan line, bro. So he has stayed in the sun, and he has become like dark-skinned, you know. And you know, a lot of you know, people, you know, there's actually a lot of racism in the African American community, you know, about light-skinned people. You know, everybody likes light skin and stuff, you know. And you know, dark skin, they look like bad upon, you know. So he says, don't look bad at me because I am dark skinned, you know. It's just because the sun have, you know, burnt my skin. That's all. You know, makes sense, right? Okay, let's see this shit. So we all know that King Solomon is the son of David, you know, King David, and they're a tribe of Judah. Now, who is also the tribe of Judah? Ancestors of Yahushua, who is also known as Jesus. So Jesus came from tribe of Judah, the tribe of Judah, and that makes sense that he's also black. Who is the tribe of Judah? I'm gonna prove it even more to you. My skin is black upon me, and my bones burn in a furnace with heat. Prophet Job. So the prophet Job said the skin is black upon me. So he was also like dark skin type, you know. Their visage is blacker than coal. That was during the famine, you know. Their visage, which visage means a person's face or appearance, you know. The appearance of somebody. Their visage is blacker than coal. They are not known in the streets. So they were so black. They were so black. It was like not normal. You know, they're not known in the streets. You don't see this shit in the streets. That's how black they were, man. That's how black they was, man. Their skin cleaved to the bones. So they were skinny too. They looked like them Hamites, you know. That's why they blended in. You know, they blended in with the Egyptians. You know. The Egyptians was dark skinned, very dark skinned, and tall people. It has become like a stick. So they were skinny, man.